Hey, it's me with. I'm joking. None of that on the second channel. I don't have to introduce anything. You already know who I am. Also, this is not that kind of video where I need to introduce, myself in like a warm sort of fashion. I just hop straight into the topic. And this time around, I'm trying to talk about. Um, I say it like that because I tried making this video before, but then I couldn't really um express myself very well, mainly because I wasn't trying to be like honest, like completely honest about things. I was trying to be very vague about things, and I think I'm gonna take that approach as well in this video. To be honest, I don't sense I don't sense that I'm gonna be coming through with some sudden level of honesty in this particular video. But yeah, uh, let me just hop right into it, man. A huge part of me, wants to shake its fist towards these losers who can't really accept um their heritage and their culture, and who see and like these losers who seek you know to adopt other people's culture, mainly by leaving their home country and like head into other countries to assimilate with the people. A part of me wants to shake my fist at them, but then another part of me is a bit more empathetic, because there's constantly two voices, two opinions, two views negating each other within me. You know, I need to see where I truly stand on the matter. And the only way that can be is if I just address both views, and see which one the real I adopt. It can be a mixture of them. It can be either one of them independently. You know, I understand very well that some people just don't fit in the mold that the environment sort of has ready for them, and they see other um cultures and whatnot, other ways of life, be it like on the internet or wherever, and then they tell themselves that they identify with that more, and then they seek that out. I'm fully aware of that, but then a part of me just, and I guess this is the more ignorant part. A part of me sees these dudes there, and then it goes, You guys are kind of lame, you know. Both these parts are me. I feel both of these parts. I can't point at a particular stance and be like, no, that's a foreign stance. That's what's the trending word now? That's an intrusive stance. No, I feel both feelings, but then they negate each other. So I need to find out where I stand in this, and I don't think that's gonna happen in this video, because this video is just to talk about it a little bit. It's not to truly come to a conclusion, because I imagine that's gonna take a lot of time. I see these losers just moving around, trying to adopt other cultures, because they feel as though the culture back home doesn't really speak for them. And then the other side's like, well, yeah, the culture just it doesn't speak for them, you know. I don't know, there's something very lame about leaving where you're from and going to pretend, going elsewhere to go pretend as if you get what I'm trying to say. Pretend as if you're part of the culture. And by the way, I'm not even talking about my particular culture. I'm not pressed about this because it has to do with my culture. My culture has nothing to do with this. My culture is not even even in the picture. The only reason I'm not bringing up particular nations, particular countries and things is because I don't want to go there, you know. I just kind of want to address this sort of thing, not necessarily the particular cultures, the particular nations and things. So, yeah, disclaimer, this hasn't, I'm not pressed because I see an influx of losers trying to adopt my culture. No, 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 trust me. No one's trying to adopt my culture or my heritage, you know? And also, while I'm on this sort of disclaimery thing, I don't think this is coming from a place of jealousy either. Because had people tried to adopt my culture and tried to sort of assimilate in my nation, chances are I would have felt like they were imposing. Had I seen that, I would have felt like, look at these dudes trying to be like me. You know what I mean? But then that's not the case. It's a case of, you know, losers trying to be like a particular um couple of countries, a particular couple of cultures, sorry. You know? Even the whole idea of you taking a, I don't know, maybe I'm just very patriotic. And trust me, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case because I really am not involved in a lot of the affairs that happen in my nation. But then I am involved to the point. Well, I am like patriotic to the point where I feel like you should take some pride in your home, man. Some pride. You know, you can like other places and stuff, but to pretend as if or try to assimilate is kind of lame to me. It's extremely lame to me. Extremely. Because it comes across as childish. The whole idea of trying to, you know, pick up I know exactly how to say this, but I'm just like refraining from saying it because I feel very um confrontational right now. The whole idea of trying to learn a foreign language, you know. And when I say foreign, I mean foreign. Like you don't have any family there, you don't have any ties there. You just feel like you were born in the wrong generation, you were born in the wrong era, you were born in the wrong country. You know, they're just the idea of that kind of lame, bro. Kind of lame. And I know that comes across as ignorant a little bit because I'm out here talking about how it's lame to educate yourself. But then don't try to mask it, you know, under the illusion of education or something. You're trying to be that person, and you're not that person. You're trying to be. You're trying not to be yourself. I feel like there's a no, I'm not no not a fine line, but then there's definitely a balance to, how much you should love other people's heritage. It's like loving another another person's parents more than you love your own parents. Like, I get they're cool parents, but then you need to find it within you to love your parents. You know, you might be sat there thinking, well, I just can't, for whatever reason. And to that I say, like, even biblically, man, we're instructed to do that. That's if you're a Christian. We're instructed to love our parents. No, 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 that's not fair of me to reinforce an analogy with religion and then tie it back to my original point. That's not fair of me to do. But then if I recall correctly, not to imply that I know the whole Bible, but even though I ought to be honest, I think we're, I don't want to say instructed because I'm not quite clear. But then I think we're urged to love our nations as well. We certainly like pray for our nations, like at church, like my church at least. We certainly pray for our nation. We pray for the affairs and stuff. So yeah, you gotta have some. Well, since I brought up like the Bible and like religion and whatnot, maybe pride is not the right thing to say, but we ought to, I don't know, be one. No, no, no. Be one is not correct either, because we ought to be one with God. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like, we ought to love our nation. So for you to be like a lame-o and try to adopt another person's nation just because the grass is green on the other side, you believe. Kind of lame. And I want to make this clear that this is not coming from like a brainwashed sort of dude who thinks his nation is great and, therefore has the belief that everyone should believe in their nation. No, it's not coming from that point of view. My nation is very flawed. You know, when I was younger, yeah, I used to think the grass was green on the other side, but then I was younger. I was a little boy. I feel like that's why I'm a bit angry at y'all, because y'all are displaying behaviors and beliefs of a little boy. And y'all are grown, more grown than I am. My country's very flawed, but you have to love it, man. You have to love your nation. You're sat there thinking, well, yeah, so I should just stay in my nation, and I should just stay, even if it's a bad nation, even if it's like rotting on the inside. I should stay there. No, that's not what I'm saying. You'll remember I said that there's like a balance between loving other people's heritage. Yeah, you can move abroad, you know. Just just don't just don't move as if like, I don't know, man. Just don't move as if, just don't pretend. Just don't pretend. Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing. Don't act brand new. Don't pretend. Don't act. Don't act. Don't act. Even though I'm thinking of of an actual case. I have a friend who's kind of acting a little bit, and in his particular case, he has to act because he needs community. You need a sense of community. My take is that if you need to act in order to be accepted, man, just don't be accepted. If you need to pretend in order for people to accept you, then don't pretend. Don't. In my Bryson Tiller voice, don't. Don't do it. Yeah, shout out to you if you listen to these, bro. I appreciate it. I get nothing out of making these, out of you listening to this, except for, you'll care. I guess you care enough to listen to a random dude. So yeah, may you be blessed as well. Sorry if you are the person that I'm talking about. I did say at the beginning that I hold two negating views on this. A part of me gets it, a part of me doesn't. So yeah, I'm not completely pointing the finger at you. I also need to, you know, address the cognitive dissonance type stuff. Yeah, that I'm facing on my own. So yeah, enjoy life. Damn. Enjoy life. And that's Wittis out.